What's up guys, Brian here in the lab with the exciting news. You've already seen the title of the video. I'm not even gonna tease it, I'm not even gonna drag it out. The Lilly White Axanthic is here. It hatched out last night. I found it in the incubator this morning. Let's take a look. Oh my gosh, that is the most incredible gecko. I cannot describe to you guys the feeling that I have right now. That gecko is literally years in the making. It is such a difficult process to get a Lilly White visual Axanthic to hatch out. It's so difficult, it takes so long, it's such a huge investment of time, energy, money, everything. I am stoked that we finally got one to hatch. Now, let me give you guys a little bit of background. I've hatched 6 eggs, 7 now total, 6 before this one came out. 6 times I've hatched an egg from a Lilly White het Axanthic bred to a visual Axanthic. Now with that pairing, I've got a 1 in 4 chance in getting a visual Lilly White visual Axanthic. I've hatched 6 eggs, 0 for 6, didn't get any of it. In fact, I got 5 just plain het Axanthics, no Lilly White gene. I got 1 Lilly White het Axanthic out of it, and I was really getting down. I'm like, man, my luck is terrible. I hatched 2 eggs last year, I got nothing. My first 4 eggs this year, nothing, but I had 4 eggs due to hatch recently. I hatched one last night. I saw it, I went down to my incubator before I went to work last night, came down, looked at it, plain gecko. Just a het Axanthic. I couldn't believe it, but there was another egg sitting there. So I got off work this morning, I came home to get started on my gecko work day. First thing I did was go check the incubator, and there it was, the Lilly White Axanthic. I am so excited, guys. I cannot believe it's here. I'm just blown away. I can't believe it. So I'm excited, as you can tell. I'm just rambling. I'm having a good time. I'm stoked today. Such a beautiful gecko. Let's take another look. I got a few more pictures for you. Alright guys, now that we got a good look at that guy, obviously you can see I don't have the gecko in the video with me. The reason for that is he's like 6 hours old. I keep saying he, who knows, boy, girl. The gecko's like 6 hours old at this point. It's in a cage, it's resting. I figured one quick photo shoot was enough stress to put it through. It's not even a handful of hours old yet. I don't want to have it out in a video, handling it, having it jump everywhere. So I'm not gonna have it in the video, but I did get a good photo shoot in for you guys. Real quick, I want to show you the parents of this one. It is my Lilly White, one of my Lilly White, I got 2 breeders right now. One of my Lilly White het Axanthic males bred to a visual Axanthic female, a really light colored one. So here's pictures of them real quick. Now, beautiful parents. Even the parents are 2 of my favorite geckos, but now their offspring, easily my favorite gecko. So, real quick before I wrap this video up, I wanted to do a quick breakdown. I'm not going to get into a full explanation of genetics and codominant traits or recessive traits and how all that works. For those of you that don't know, there's plenty of information out there on that, how Axanthics work, how Lilly Whites work, how recessive and dominant traits work in general, but I will be making a video more in-depth on those 2 traits in the future, but for right now, I just wanted to give you a quick rundown on how you get to producing a Lilly White Axanthic like we did today. So first you need obviously a Lily White and a visual Axanthic is how I started. So when you breed those two together, all of the offspring are going to be het Axanthic. They carry the trait, but they don't visually display it. This just means they don't look like they're Axanthic, but they have the genes inside them. And so all of the offspring are het Axanthic, but only in theory, half of those offspring will also be visual Lily Whites. So then you've got a Lily White het Axanthic. You have to breed that back to another visual Axanthic. And when you breed those two together, you've got a 1 in 4 chance to get a gecko that's visual for both traits. So like I said, I was 0 for 6, and a lot of people, I'd talked to some friends about it, and I had a few people tell me, like, aren't you getting a little worried or discouraged that you haven't hatched one yet? Do you think there's something with these two bloodlines that they won't combine? Because sometimes two different genes aren't compatible. They'll make something totally different. They can't display both genes at the same time. You just never know. But I told them no, even though I'm 0 for 6 and it should be a 25% chance to get one, it's just probability. It's not guaranteed that 1 in 4 is going to be visual. It's like flipping a coin. You, in theory, should flip a coin 10 times, get 5 heads, 5 tails, but you could get any variety. You could get 10 straight heads. In fact, a good story for you guys, when I first got the Axanthic project in, what was that, 2013, 2014, something, I'd have to look it up. But when I first got that project and I had visual Axanthic adults, and then I grew up some hets, and you breed those together, and I was trying to prove out that the Axanthic gene was in fact the first recessive trait ever seen in crested geckos. In theory, breeding a visual to a het will give you 50% hets and 50% visual offspring. So 1 in 2 should be visual. Y'all, my first year breeding those, I went 0 for 26. I had 26 straight hatchlings that were all non-visual, 100% het Axanthics, and I was freaking out because it should be 1 in 2. I should have 13 visuals at that point. I had 26 hatch out, not a single visual. I was convinced something is wrong. It's not a recessive trait. It's just, you know, so I was just panicking. But I just had really bad luck. I just had bad odds. It was just probability, and I happened to hit the worst streak I possibly could have. And since then, it's been about an even 50-50. In fact, in the last 2 weeks, I've hatched 7 eggs. 5 of them have been visuals. So, I mean, that's way more than 50-50. So it's just the luck of the draw. You know, you can do the math and figure out in theory what should your numbers be. But like I said, it's like flipping a coin. In theory is one thing, and what you get when you actually do the exercise is something else. So 0 for 6, my 7th egg, we hit the visual Lily White Axanthic. I'm super excited. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Quick video. I just had to get this out. This thing literally hatched like 6 hours ago, and I had to make a video and show it off to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm excited. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. It's /AE Geckos on both of those for updates. I'll get a lot of pictures of this guy up. You can follow him there. Follow all of our updates there. AltitudeExotics.com as always. Thank you very much. We'll see you guys soon.